Hello, welcome to this edition of Spartan Sports Central, and I'm Gracie Martinez. I hope this new year has started out well for you. It certainly has for one of our Spartan teams. But before we get into this new year, let's take a look back at some of our fall teams from 2021. The Lady Spartans volleyball program had one of their best seasons within the last 4 years. The freshman team finished with a 3-5 record in district play, while the junior varsity ended the season 8-4. With a 6-6 record in district, the varsity team advanced to the by-district round of the playoffs for the first time since 2015. Unfortunately, they were topped by Calhoun. The Spartan football team had a successful season as they finished second in district play with a 4-1 record and an overall record of 7-5. They were able to go on a 5-game win streak during the season. As runner-up in District 12 4A, they advanced to by-district in the playoffs, where they dominated for 50-7. Facing Kilgore in the area round of the playoffs, they lost a close one, 26-28. The cross-country teams had some bright spots. Although no one from the varsity teams made it to regionals, several of the athletes were able to run their best times of the season at the district meet. The JV boys team got second place overall, so next year looks bright. On the tennis court, Stafford High School repeated as District 23 champions for fall tennis and advanced to the by-district round of the playoffs, where they faced Navasota. With many matches being decided by tiebreakers, the Spartans were ultimately defeated 9-10. Now to the new year. Despite losing 5 seniors to graduation, the varsity team is returning 4 players from last year's team who could have won the 4A state championship had it not been for the pandemic. Sitting at first place in district, let's check in with Coach David Montano.
Hi, this is Blake Weir with Spartan Sports Central, and I'm joined here with Coach Montano. Coach Montano has been coaching for 20 years now, his 4th year with Stafford. Thank you for joining us today. Can you tell me, what has been the biggest surprise for your team this season?
Well, I think after losing 7 seniors last year, I thought we would have a slower start than we did, but we kind of just jumped into it really fast. So it's been productive early on, and we're obviously still getting better as we go on. So I think we're in the right track.
You started the season off 8-2. Your last 10 games, you were also 8-2. Glenn Bishop has really stood out as a star player, really active on the boards. What do you think has contributed most to his growth this year?
Well, I just think, he was a sophomore last year, obviously, and then getting some varsity play and learning as he went. And this year, explaining, he worked really hard in the off season. In the fall, fall league and so forth. So he's progressed and obviously got a little taller and stronger as grew, and so all that plays real dividends to what he's doing is what he's doing now. So he made it vastly improved.
Quavius Lilly, one of your best on-ball defenders this year, averaging 1.7 steals per game. Who do you have him going up against? Brad Support, who shoots at a very high volume from 3.
Quavius obviously has grown and is played in now his 3rd year on varsity, so he's learned a lot and he's gotten taller himself, a little stronger and quicker. So he's our best on-ball defender, so we put him on basically their best shooters.
The entire program has been very successful this year. The varsity team is 8-1 in district. JV is 9-0 in district, with freshmen being 8-1 in district. How does that make you feel as a coach that the entire program is thriving?
Our staff works really hard, so we don't take away from our freshmen or JV. We put the same amount of emphasis all the way up in our program. We have the same expectations, in and out of the classroom and on the court and so forth. So it's wonderful to see them get better, improving and competing. Winning all those games in district and non-district is the end product of the hard work that they do.
As you can see, our Spartan boys basketball team is doing really well. Let's take a closer look at one of the leading seniors and team captain, Quavius Lilly.
Hello, I'm Angel Mesco, and I'm here with
Quavius Lilly.
What is the most important thing to you as a basketball player?
The most important thing I'll say is effort. If you have no effort out on the court, there's no point in you being on the court. And give it your all and lift up your teammates. Don't be a selfish teammate. Just play the game of basketball the way it's supposed to be played.
How long have you been playing basketball?
I started basketball when I was about 9, and I started on this little team with just 5 players. we just went at it every day. You know, we weren't the best, but we was okay. And, you know, I just fell in love with the game of basketball ever since then. And I just took my talents over to basketball.
What is your training schedule like? Do you practice every day?
Yeah, every day after practice, I get out 6:30, go to the gym till 10:30, wake up, do it all over again. You know, it's a constant grind. I be tired when I get to school, but it be worth it though at the end.
What has been your worst and best experience since playing high school basketball?
My worst experience, I remember it was when I first got on varsity. And, you know, like, I was a sophomore then. So, you know, I'm riding the bench a lot. So I used to go home and tell my mom, I didn't want to play varsity. I don't want to play varsity. I'm not playing. She just told me, keep going. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get better. Coach is going to play. He's going to see all the good in you. And I just stuck with it. And the best, I'll say, probably my junior year that's my breakout year. You know, I got to show everything that I worked hard for, everything that I got. And, you know, I had a real good season last year. I'm trying to make it a better season this year. But, yeah, that was my best story.
Do you have a special routine or superstition before you play the game?
Yeah, a little bit. I usually pray first. And then I'll do like 20 jumping jacks. And then I have to touch the wall. I have to touch the top of the roof coming out the door.
What do you do in your off time?
My off time, I'm just training. You'll see everybody always asks me, Quavius, why you always playing basketball? Like, anywhere I go, I'm playing basketball. You know, I rarely have like an outside life. I'm really just focusing on my craft and game, trying to get better. But yeah, all I do on my off time is just play basketball.
How do your teammates make practice fun?
Well, they're funny. I have a lot of funny teammates, and like, they get me to enjoy the game because, like, if you have boring teammates, I don't feel like there's no enthusiasm on the team if everybody just being robotic. So, yeah.
Do you think attitude is a factor of winning a game?
Oh, yeah, of course, because your attitude determines the game, actually. You can't have a bad attitude going into the game and expect it to be a good outcome. You know what I'm saying? You have to be consistent, and your attitude has to be on point.
How does athletics make you a better student?
Well, I mean, you have to pass in order to play. So, you know, I got to keep my academics right, keep my head on my books, and just focused on school and then focus on basketball.
All right. It's been a pleasure for having you. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Now let's check in on our middle school boys basketball team, where I'm sure in a few years we'll be watching some of them on the varsity team. Hey, Coach Myers, thank you so much for joining us. Doing great.
No problem. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm doing pretty good. It's game day, so I'm always excited. Both A-grade teams went undefeated, and just so happy my kids that I have for the A-grade A team, they haven't lost a game since they've been at Stafford, 7th or 8th grade. So right now we're 14-0. Tonight, after we finish, we should be 15-0, and then we'll go into the city tournament in February.
Well, congratulations, that's a big deal.
I'm proud of my kids, and I'm happy for them.
So do you have any standout players, anyone this season that stepped up to the plate that you want to call out?
I would say all of them did very well as stepping up and making plays on the court and off the court in the classroom as well. So I'll just say all of them pretty much have taken care of their business.
Tell us a little bit about some of the lows maybe of this season. Have you had any challenges with COVID? Has anything been tougher than usual?
Yeah, with COVID, you know, things change just about every week. So we've been trying to adapt to a lot of the situations that's going on as far as school and as far as, you know, the outer world as well. But we've been adapting pretty good, and things have been rolling. Practices, we haven't had to stop any games or anything like that. So we've been doing pretty good with the whole situation.
So tell me a little bit, who are we playing tonight? What are you looking for?
Playing Royal, and I believe they have a pretty good team, so it should be a good game. Sometimes we can be our own enemy, and usually if we play pretty good and take care of what we need to take care of, we come out with a victory, and it's been working for us. This is the last regular season game, so hopefully we can get more people to come next year, but we would love to have a bigger crowd each week, as many people as we can get.
Well, we hope to have him out too. Thank you so much for chatting with us. We'll see you soon. Hope it's a good game tonight, and we're looking forward to it.
Up next, we'll take a look at our Lady Spartans on the court. Welcome back to Spartan Sports Central. I'm Gracie Martinez. The girls varsity basketball team definitely had some hurdles to overcome this season with injuries to senior leadership. Coach Spivey explains how they managed the challenges.
So in all of your 18 years of coaching, have you ever had a basketball season like this one?
No, this has been challenging for the most part. Injuries has wiped out my senior class almost completely. I've lost 4 starters to ACL injuries, ankle injuries, hand injuries, and I had to supplement that by moving up a whole bunch of inexperienced freshmen from the JV and freshman team to take their spots. To say the least, this has been a real tough year for our program. The girls have worked really hard. The freshmen have stepped up the best way they could. You know, it's different and difficult throwing a whole bunch of 14-year-olds out there playing with 18 and 19-year-old kids. But we've hung in there. We've lost a couple of games that we possibly could have won. You know, better free throw shooting, but the kids are a little scared, you know. The best thing about this experience for them is that they're playing with varsity level kids earlier in their careers, and now they know what the speed of the game looks like, and the future looks bright for us. If we can make it through this, especially if we can make the playoffs, that'll go a long way with us in rebuilding our program.
Well, while those players have been injured, have you noticed any of the players that are still on the team? Have they stepped up to the plate and kind of taken advantage of it?
Yes, they have. You know, we have senior Jazlyn, Nixon, and Olivia and Wosu, our post players who have did their best to kind of, you know, fill in the void for the kids who are absent. But, you know, without guards, being able to get the ball into them, and with our freshmen not used to the speed of the game, it's difficult to get the ball into our post players. And so they're having to try to go and rebound and get shots, and, you know, it's kind of hard to, and you can't have a complete game. You're one-dimensional without, you know, everybody on the team doing their job.
What do we want to see against Sweeney? What do we need to see in order to win this one?
I want to see more improvement. I want to see more hustle. I want the kids to have a little bit more of a fighting spirit, never die, never quit, and just give me their best. You know, once they give me their best, that's all I'm asking for. And if we play well, play the game the right way, we'll give Sweeney a run for the money tonight, and that's what we plan on doing.
Well, we hope so. We're excited to see it, look forward to it. Thank you very much again for making time to talk with us from Lady Spartans Court. So looking to get a victory tonight.
All right, show me what you got. All right, let's go. Regular starters, Lady Spartans on 3. 1, 2, 3. Lady Spartans!
As Coach Spivey said, our Lady Spartans are making their way through a difficult season. But I want to introduce you to one senior who is showing those freshmen how to get it done. 6'1", team captain, Jazlyn Nixon.
My name is Jose Hilame, and I'm here with
Jazlyn Nixon.
So Jazlyn, to you, what is the most important thing as a basketball player?
Just getting to be with the team and play with everybody, and create like the good environment with each other.
So how long have you been playing basketball?
Since I was about 13 or 14.
So did you play for any, teams back then?
Yeah, I first started playing with AAU team, Texas Elite, or I believe, yeah.
So what is your training schedule like? Do you practice every day or sometimes every week?
Yes, every day throughout the week after school doing athletics, and then on weekends I do like other personal trainings and stuff outside of school.
So throughout your entire high school career, what's been the best moment that you can recall?
The best moment for me probably would be coming back from injury my junior year, and being able to play again, so.
Okay. So do you have a special routine that you do before the game or anything like that?
Not really. Probably listen to music to get myself in like the right headspace.
So before a big game, what are the nerves like? What are you feeling? Like your emotions?
Sometimes, nervous, a little jittery, but I try to calm down with my music and stuff,
Okay, aside from that, what do you do on your off time?
For the most part, if I'm not practicing, I'm just with friends or family, or doing nothing at all.
To you, what do you think makes practice fun with your teammates?
We joke around a lot. We like to have fun, even if We all get along. It's never really any like bad energy. You know, we all, even if we're yelling at each other or trying to be serious, it's always a good time with each other. So.
And do you think, attitude is a great factor for winning games?
It depends. Like if you're trying to push and, have the seriousness, it's okay. But sometimes it can be a little rough depending on, who you're dealing with.
Lastly, how does athletics make you, a better student?
I would say definitely because you want to play, you have to keep your grades together. And it's definitely taught me a lot of teamwork and stuff, how to work with other people. So.
Well, Jazlyn, thank you for your time and good luck on the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Coming up, we'll move from the court to the field and see how our Spartan soccer teams are doing in 2022. Welcome back. Coach Perez has been coaching soccer for more than 10 years, and today he talks about what the boys team has accomplished. How long have you been coaching the boys soccer team at Stafford?
I've been here with the boys about 10 or 11 years. I guess it's about 11 years. When I first got here, I started coaching the girls, and after a couple of years, I switched over to the boys.
Awesome. How's it been going? That's a whole decade.
Oh, we've had some good runs. We've had some good teams. We've been to the regional tournament 3 times. We won district 2 or 3 times, I believe. Had a lot of boys go through, and what's great is seeing the guys that come back and say hello and kind of tell me how they're doing and how their lives have progressed since they graduated from high school.
So how has this season gone? Has it been easy, hard?
Coming back from the COVID time and getting back in the regular process, it's been positive this year. We've had some trouble putting the ball in the goal, but I think we've kind of figured some of that out. So hopefully moving into district here as we go, we should have a more positive year.
What did you guys focus on in practice this week?
Well, when we were able to practice this week, we just kind of focused on staying injury-free and trying to get more balls to the goal. I've got plenty of senior players this year. We're pretty senior heavy, but at the same time, we have some young stars coming through as sophomores. Our sophomore class is pretty talented. But we have our captains, Justin Centennial and Aaron Maldonado, 2 I'll point out right now as senior leaders, Octavio Carrera as well. All 3 senior captains are doing a great job for us so far.
One of the biggest contributors to this team's success, both past and present, is senior midfielder and team captain, Justin Centennial.
My name is Shidozi Hilame, and I'm here with Justin Centennial. So Justin, what's the most, important thing to you as a soccer player?
The most important thing to me as a soccer player is just to have fun. Have my team trying everything they do, the full 90 minutes or however long we're playing, just for them to try and have fun.
And for soccer, how long have you been playing?
I've been playing since I was 3 or 4 years old.
So, from a child, did your dad ever take you to clubs when you were younger or anything like that?
Yeah, my first club, I was 8 years old, but he was always mostly the one that trained me in the backyard.
So, do you play for any new clubs?
Currently, right now, I'm playing with Dynamo.
So it's like an academy, sort of?
Yeah.
Is it
It's a pre-academy.
Pre-academy. Okay. So before
the major team, a big team.
So usually, what's your training schedule like? Do you practice every day, throughout the week, some days not?
My practice schedule, I practice every day before school. After school. Every day after school. And when club starts, I practice every other day with them.
So throughout the high school year, or throughout your high school career, what's your best moment that you can recall?
My best moment in my high school career is my freshman year. We made it a 4th round, and I was on varsity and starting.
So what was that game? Can you recall what was the emotions going through your head when you played that game?
Honestly, it was just fun. We lost, but it was just fun. That's the farthest I made in my whole high school career. Hopefully this year that'll change. But it was just fun.
So finally, how does athletics make you a better student?
Athletics makes me a better student because it helps you multitask. Because you need to take care of your classes before, so you can become an athlete.
Thanks for that, man, and congratulations on that win. And hopefully you do as best as you can throughout the season.
Thank you.
After the break, we'll catch up with our girls' soccer teams and see how the new year is treating them. Coach Maldonado is no stranger to SMSD. He tells us about the girls' soccer team making strides since the pandemic. I'm here with Coach Angel Maldonado, alumni turned coach. So tell us, how long have you been here at Stafford?
All my life, basically. I went to school here from pre-K to my senior year, left for college, and this is my first teaching job and coaching job, and now coaching girls soccer. This is my 5th year in.
How much growth have you seen in the program?
This is my 5th year through the program. When we first started, we had opportunities to make it to playoffs. That's the goal this season. Last year, we were low on numbers due to the pandemic. We unfortunately didn't make it last year or the year before, but this year with this group is pretty promising. Yes, we started the season, district season already. Although we're 0-2, I feel like this season we could possibly make the playoff run. Now, in preparation for the district schedule, we did play Dallas, Terry, Lamar Consolidated, all schools that are above the 4A level. So that's been great opportunity experience for them. Like I said, now we're just rock and rolling with the district season.
How long has the middle school program been around at Stafford?
So the middle school program has been around, like I said, two years now. The year before we didn't get to play because of the pandemic, and then last year was the first season. So a lot of those 7th grade and 8th grade girls got an opportunity to play.
Well, congratulations on everything you've been doing with the program. We look forward to seeing you guys continue putting out the fight out there. So looking forward to seeing good things from the soccer program. You often hear offense is the best defense, but that's not the case for senior goalie and team captain, Ana Maria Kadena.
My name is Jazlyn and I'm here with
Ana Maria Kadena.
So Ana Maria, what is the most important thing to you as, a soccer player?
The most important thing for me is just like being able to play my sport and having fun. There's nothing really much to it.
So what's your training schedule like?
I train with the school, obviously, during practices, and sometimes I go to Lost Creek. It's a park here in Sugarland, and I go with my friends and just practice, have fun.
So what's your current position?
Goalie, and sometimes I play defense.
So do you have any special routines or anything that you do special before a game?
No, I just listen to music and to calm down because I get nervous playing goalie.
In a normal game, like in a pretty big game, what are your emotions like? Are you calm? You're just kind of nervous?
Nervous. I would probably say nervous.
I mean, it usually happens a lot, but yeah. So anything you do on your off time?
On my off time, I babysit my niece. I spend my time with her. And besides that, I'm playing soccer.
So in your own words, how do you think your teammates make, practice fun?
Well, we make it fun our own way, Just we talk. I don't really know. We just have fun.
See. So to you, do you think having a good attitude is positive for winning?
Yes, very positive.
So what can you say a bad attitude could get you?
I just feel like when you're in a bad attitude, you're supposed to, when you play soccer, you have to play calm, And when you're in a bad attitude, you can get fouls and all that stuff. Just mess up the game.
And lastly, how does athletics make you a better student?
Well, it motivates me to actually do my work and become someone in life.
Interesting. Well, congratulations on throughout the season, and I hope you do well.
Thank you.
We know we will continue to see great success from Ana Maria. That's it for this edition of Spartan Sports Central. Join us next time when we catch up with Spartan baseball and softball. Thank you for joining us. I'm Gracie Martinez, and go Spartans!
This program was produced on the Stafford campus of Houston Community College.